Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now is Laura and Jeremy Richerson. Thank you guys both for being here. I want to jump right into, y'all got a lot of cattle selling here today, and if you can, real quick, talk about some of the cattle that y'all got offered here today.
Yes, ma'am. There's several hundred lots of them. They're, some of the best calves we get to offer for Louisiana. Lots of good genetics in them. Everything's done right with them. So.
We were already talking a little bit this morning and the changes that Ralph has noticed being on the block, watching these calves selling. Talk a little bit about, in the cattle specifically, improvements that you guys have seen here in these cattle that are selling at the Gulf Coast Classic.
It can be a little bit of a broken record, I guess, because we preach it all the time around here. But I feel like the reps have been instrumental, especially starting out with Dad and filtering through to Jeremy and Joel, really pushing the quality improvement in these cattle, starting from vaccine programs to getting better cattle, better bulls, really just pushing that genetics and making sure that they're nice and even for these buyers and getting feedback from the buyers to know that if we're doing the right thing or not, and really trying to improve each year.
So talking about, when you start implementing new things, new programs, there's always obstacles. What were kind of some of the obstacles that you guys faced to provide solutions ultimately for your customers?
Well, Louisiana is a small state, and we have a lot of small-time consigners, really. And so I guess the main obstacle was making it worth their while and making it efficient.
The first obstacle is, the better genetics cost a little more money, but they have to see it at the end that it's worth their extra time and effort and money to get it done. Yeah. And now they're getting to see what it does.
You guys have been involved in the Superior family and in this industry for a long time. Everybody who I've talked to said I was interviewing said this is the best family. It's so you're going to have a great interview tomorrow. So you got nothing but rave reviews. But what does it mean, being a family and being in the cattle industry?
Well, it's a wild one. It's been entertaining from day one. We've always had a chance to grow and learn from all these wonderful people that we've had a chance to be raised with, truly. You don't see them very often, but you always know you can pick up the phone and call them. Barrett Brody, I called him in the middle of the summer when we had a truck broke down in the middle of Kansas. Who do you call? I don't know. I know Barrett Brody. Let me give him a shout, So it's just the networking and the good people across the country that we've had a chance to know and grow with because of that.
Yeah.
And lucky just to have lots of good teachers to help. When I first started, if you could get him to answer the phone all the time, you could get him to help you, and I've called him lots of times, Rayburn, and my dad was a rep too, so all that, we've been blessed to have that to fall back on. So, and when Rayburn started, he didn't have the same kind of deal. He started here, on his own, but we're lucky to have him to be able to do it with. So.
Kind of going back to the standpoint as a rep, what's the most important thing that you guys want to provide to your customers?
Be able to do them a good job, honesty and, make sure they know when, for the customers and the buyers alike that, when we come there, we're going to do it the right way, no matter, if the price is up, down, or whatever it is. We want to be able to do it the same way every time.
Well, thank you guys both so much for being here. Looking forward to watching all these Southern calves selling here this morning.
You bet. Go away.
Don't go anywhere. We have more Superior Sunrise up next.